Hi everyone. Welcome to Sophia's house. Would you like to come with me? And thank you. Bye bye.
Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of Chasing the Whimsy.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Ben. This is part 2 of episode 100. We just finished the original CarCast. What do you think of the CarCasts?
I thought it was fun.
They were fun. It was interesting to hear how young you were. Like you sounded like a little kid.
Calling you cute. Like no shame whatsoever in the world.
A lot of Pokemon talk.
You didn't know because you said you weren't because you wanted to keep it real, and I understand.
Yeah. And then the second half of the episode, the audio was all skippy and jumpy because I didn't go back and listen to them. I should have, but again, I wanted to try to
should, woulda, could, but now that wouldn't be Whimsy, would it?
No, it would not. So, as part 2. We wanted to go over our top 5 episodes of the last 100. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
You're right. I'm sorry.
To try to limit it down to top 5. Because I feel like part of me was like, if it doesn't make the top 5, I feel bad that like I'm offending somebody or like the episode. Like I feel bad like episode 29 is going to be like, but I was good. I'm like, you were good. Mm-hmm. But you're not top 5 good.
Yeah.
Before I do so I'm going to do my top 5. We got a small thing in the middle, and we'll have you do your top 5. Okay. Before I do my top 5, I'll do a couple of honorable mentions. Some honorable mentions. Episode 34 is an honorable mention. It was my first live stream.
Not worthy, right? You
guys don't understand this laugh, but it's hilarious. Episode 34 was my first live stream. And I also did a recap of Orphan Black, a nod to a conversation that Kelly and I had.
And where was it at again?
It was at Denny's. Oh, man, that was so funny. 55, Triumphant Return of the Broken. It was an episode with Courtney. This was after the accident. She's back at work, but we had a nice conversation about her recovery after the accident. Most of my 5, I'm steering away from individual interview episodes. So people who aren't Whimsy, but I had those random interviews with like Alia, Ashley, Paul, Greg Allen Martin, Cheese. Those won't make my list. Any
episode with Z on here?
Oh, shoot. There's honorable mention. Number 6. It would have been Pinky Unplugged.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes. Fantastic! Like one of the best things that came out of it was a fantastic conversation. It was real. Like I can't thank her enough, Pinky, for coming on and talking to me openly about it. So she's an honorable mention. And then I saw also episode 70, which was a CarCast. North is the new East.
That's great. Episode 70 felt like not even that long ago.
I know. But that one was hilarious. That one had us sitting at Walmart waiting to pick up your game for like half an hour. Then we're driving, and then you try to convince me that you knew where North was, and you got stuck on like. Do you get that North is not straight.
Now I do.
What's going on with Courtney next? Like, Courtney had some really bomb episodes, to be fair. She had this really awesome character arc throughout the 100 episodes. So those are just a few. There's so many. They're all really good episodes. But any of the ones with Courtney, 37 is an honorable mention. Like, it should have made the top, but it didn't. We had Jay Sarge, Brian Johnson, Ming Chen. But so those are some great episodes you guys can go back and listen to. Again, 34, 70, 86, 76. There's some solid episodes in there.
Hello, Whimsy King. Rob the Poet here. Just wanted to say congratulations on the 100 episodes. All your content is amazing, and I look forward to see where you go in the future with all of this crazy stuff you're chasing.
My first, number 5. My first pick of my top 5.
I'll get off my phone. This is serious.
This is serious. Number 78. Dropped on 10/7. This was Lim Lost in the Lucid Backrooms. And I've listened to that episode more than I've listened to any other episode. I've gone back and re-listened to it probably 3 times.
Only 5? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, because we had you got on the roof and you took pictures of the sunset. You fell asleep on the roof. We played.
I fell asleep on the roof.
Yeah, that's what you said. But then the back half of the episode, you tell us about your dream being lost in the back rooms. It was I liked your telling of your dream so much so that you saw the script. Like, we're going to try and make a comic out of it. It was just a really fun episode. Like, one
Fun? No, I'm just kidding.
Like you said,
the after drama
right?
too is funny.
Like, because you really do give out some bangers, man. I absolutely enjoyed that episode so much. Mm-hmm. Number 4 is episode 84, released on 11/1. This was a 3-parter. Me and Megan at TuSCon 51. It was fun to have Megan with me talking to people out in the courtyard. We did the interviews in the dealer room, and then she did the breakdown of the weekend with me. So Megan has been kind of a lifesaver sometimes when I need a guest when you're sick. When you're sick of wrestling. But, got to give I think, because like there was a couple of Megan episodes I was looking at, but I figure 84 was the best of them all because we got to do a lot of, it wasn't just me and her. Like, it was her talking to people, we're interacting. It was a really fun weekend for us. Sophie had a blast that weekend.
Actually, sorry, I was obviously not there for that. Do you think I should have gone?
I think you should go this year for sure. We're doing panels this year.
I don't think I have a choice if I'm going to go or not.
I don't know, because it's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a long weekend.
Friday, Saturday. When's our panel?
It would be Saturday and Sunday, but I have to go up there on Friday.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely can't miss school.
It's in November. It's a new school year. You can take that.
In wrestling season?
We'll see. I don't know. Okay, random question though. What happens if you invited, like, your mom or David and your brother down? And then they can drive you down on the Saturday and watch you do a panel.
No, my brother has soccer. He's starting baseball. We're just busy. So I mean,
that's November. We got time, but I'm just saying.
He has soccer season.
All right. Can't take one random day. Just watch your big brother panel it up. Okay, fair enough.
No days off.
No days off. You're
I'm
right.
his trainer. I'm like, my mom gets mad because I'm too hard on him sometimes. But my dad.
Are you hard on your brother? Really?
Not during the game.
Right. But like practice and.
Oh, we played like little games, and he gets mad at me.
Okay.
And like, I'm so competitive, and like I'm like, come on, you got to do something here. You can't just sit there around. And he's like, and he starts crying. I'm like, whoa. And then I let him score on me like maybe a couple of times.
right? Kind of build that confidence a little bit.
And then I don't think I've let him beat me a couple times, but I still have an ego. But
right. All right. We'll see. TuScon's gonna be fun next year or this year in November. I'm sending emails so we can lock in our spot. But yeah, 84 I think is a crucial episode of our 100s because
we have it's not like we have our own booth, right?
No booth, but we're gonna have panels and we're gonna set up a table in the courtyard. So we have no official booth, but we will have a Whimsy designated area in the public space.
Right. Come, Joe.
But yeah, because when we first started, we wanted to do more cons, and I think this was the highlight of our con experiences and really kind of highlighted. It's the one I point to.
Ming to come down?
He won't come to TuScon.
Okay, whatever. Too small for him?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't think they could afford him. I don't even think he's that much, but I don't think they would fly him out. My number 3 pick, episode 89. Grandma's Not Done Yet. This was the 6th episode of her story.
Is this the one I listened to?
Yeah. So we had talked over like a series of like 4 or 5 months. We got where she was born, growing up in Chicago, moving into our state, and then it was just the end. And it was a fun episode. Like all of the episodes were good. It was fun to kind of hear her story a little bit, but 89, I took a little bit tonally different of a tone to it, and we kind of just batted around some ideas, asked what she thought of everybody, what she plans on doing for the next 15 years. So I don't know. It was just nice again, it goes back to why we wanted to do the podcast, was to get to know people. We got to know a bunch of stuff about Grandma for like 6-7 hours. It was great. It was a good episode. I always liked it.
Mm-hmm. One of the only episodes I've listened to, because I've only listened to you and Nikki for Nikki's birthday.
There's a couple you jump in.
Courtney's.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 5 minutes of Sad Dad on New Year's. And that's it. Art doesn't listen to itself or watch their own movies. Sorry.
52 is going to be my number 2 pick. You're snoring. That one was released on 5/12. That was the Mother's Day episode. Me, Rhian, and Nikki hung out and just reminisced about just growing up with 2 awesome ladies. It was a fun episode. I don't know. I think one, it was cool to see me, because we did it all remote too. Like nobody was here, so we did it all remote. But it was kind of cool to have the siblings, just hanging out and just reminiscing. I think it was really cool.
I think it was. Because there was an original idea that I thought would have been cooler, but
which was what?
Spanish rice.
Oh, that one too. Okay, yeah, that one we're still doing somewhere.
Then why are you gonna cut that out then?
No one knows what that means.
What's that?
Yeah, nobody knows what that means.
Besides Grandma.
Other Grandma is the only one that knows what it is.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay, we're gonna keep it in as a tease. What do we do this year for Mother's Day? You have any ideas?
Try and get Kelly on, I guess.
Do we do anything on your side?
My mom won't come out. Maybe my grandma.
Yeah?
My grandma would. She's always down to talk.
Just let me know, man. We'll find an episode for
When's
her.
Mother's Day?
In May sometime.
It
doesn't have to be a Mother's Day episode. I mean,
she lives very close to me, so if I didn't have practice just tomorrow, I could totally call her right now and be like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
I'll find a random Monday that I take you home.
Holiday.
You're right, and then on the way home, we can stop at your grandma's and just record for an hour. Like you bring the recorder and the microphones. That'd be fun. I think.
Look at us. Send for the 100s.
Right. We can ask the other grandma, and you can ask my mom, grandma.
Grandma's talking to grandmas. Right.
That would be fun. Oh my God, we should do grandmas talking to grandmas.
My grandma loves dogs.
Right.
But then you're like, which grandma?
Right. If you ask other grandma, I think with her episodes, like she has she has those memories now. She's able to talk and everything else. So I think meaningful that you invite her into your little world of podcasting. Mm-hmm. Give her, and then you have something that you can always refer back to for your grandma.
Hey, old man, Lasagna here. Just wanted to say congrats on 100 episodes of Chasing the Whimsy. That is just amazing. You guys have done a fabulous job bringing in a lot of different topics and getting a perspective from the old generation and the new generation. I gotta say, episode number 74 was my absolute favorite, Inspiring Hope with Aaliyah. The research, the questions, the conversation was amazing. So keep it going, and I look forward to 100 more.
And then my number one pick.
Here we are.
Everybody should know what my number one pick is.
It's not like it's the most quoted thing in our podcast.
Dude, I absolutely love it. It is my favorite episode I've ever done. Episode number 2. Okay, Boomer. Are you kidding me? That was the most fun. We had no idea what we were doing.
My one is the Grammy episode. The one where we're just where we're just scrolling.
Whimsy talks about the biggest night in Hollywood. Our Emmy show. 45 minutes of us just reading. That was the worst. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe we posted that. We should go back and listen to that. Now, okay, Boomer. I think one of the reasons it's special for me is not only does it have like my favorite laugh I've ever had.
There's no intro.
But the grandmas were here. Like,
this is a workshop episode.
It was so much fun. Did we record both episodes back to back? Yeah. 1 and 2? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh my gosh. So they've never seen his podcast before, and it was so much fun. Like the jokes, and they were just laughing with us. You absolutely were like, I don't understand any, like, okay, Boomer's got to be one of the best episodes. It was so much fun. You sounded like a kid. You were
listen to episode 100, part 1. That's
oh my God. But yeah, 7/17/2023. This would have been
what a day.
It would have been months after part 1 of 100. So all those recordings were in February. This was 5 months later. Absolutely. Like, okay, Boomer. Like, I feel bad because I feel like I peaked at episode 2.
I peaked 98 episodes ago.
like there's been some good episodes, man, but just you and me on a brand new adventure, just trying to figure it out.
When I was into it,
we had no idea what we were doing. We had the setup. We were all excited with the recorder and the cords and the microphones, and oh man,
that's one of my favorite things about this is just how I made it come to life. I was like, buy it all. Let's podcast next week.
Right?
It was
I just need.
It was great.
Like I just need anybody to show half an interest in something and I'll do it. And you were like balls like crazy into it. Yeah. Okay, Boomer, so much. My favorite episode, like absolutely.
Well, I also feel like it, like you said, it was just the art of it. Is that we just are brand new, we're on a new adventure, and just having fun. I feel like it just has the same heart like it does with the car recordings.
Right.
And like you said, your mom and grandma are there, and I like how we were gonna have them there every episode.
Right.
And I don't know how we would have done it for some of like the serious episodes.
Right. Like
some of the ones on my list that we'll get to.
And it's cool because they have that memory. Wherever we do with this podcast years from now, like both of them will have, like they're the only two people other than you and me in existence that were there for episode 1 and 2. Like they were,
and 0.
Were they here for? They weren't here for 0.
You sure?
I don't think they were here for episode 0. I think you and I recorded it that night. So that first picture that we have. Remember that we have the very first picture, we recorded it that night because we had it set up because we wanted to not look like idiots when they got here. We wanted to make sure it sounded good first. It was, I don't know, man. It was.
Are you going to cut the thing into it, or are you going to have to wait 6 minutes?
We have to wait 6 minutes. It was the start of, it's the start of of the new Ben. Like it was the new, literally the very beginning of chapter podcast of Ben. So it's a special episode for me. It's okay. Episode 1 was okay, but episode 2 really it really highlighted the you and me dynamic, like how well you and I work off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was solid because you were into it, I was into it, and we kind of just let things go, and we were our most honest.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fantastic. So those are my top 5. Again, people who were on episodes or didn't make my top 5, they're all so good.
Sorry.
But for the ones that I look back at fondly, those are the 5. We will do Liam's top 5 and honorable mentions here in just a second. But before we do that, you guys can take a look and listen to one of these.
Hi, this is Mom and Grandma, or Grandma and other Grandma. Yeah. Well, we're at almost 100 episodes on this podcast, and all the adventures that we've gone through. We've gone through the last 97, kind of picked out some of our favorites.
My very first favorite was episode 2, The Boomers.
That was kind of nostalgic, looking back at maybe like TV Guide, VHS versus streaming, how we used to get the TV Guide and the newspaper and plan out our week.
And butter. No, parquet.
The parquet lap.
Yeah.
I enjoyed episode 40. That was the nom 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 talking, and again, going back to nostalgia, our comfort foods.
Like mac and cheese and...
the ghetto chimneys.
That was good.
We liked that.
52 was my favorite Mother's Day, when all 3 siblings got together. And
Mother's Day was the greatest.
Yes.
Well, of course, that's our favorite of all time. Having all 3 of them together and reminiscing.
And they were spontaneous, and they just poured out their hearts and about experiences with each other, with the moms and the grandmoms, and what we meant to them, and how we...
Well, that episode just warmed me to the soul. I loved that one. I enjoyed episode 51, The Random Day.
Yes,
They went to Target, Walmart,
yeah,
everywhere. They bought a BB gun. Is that the day that Liam first drank out of a hose?
Oh,
Was
I
that a
don't
random
remember.
day?
That could have been, but that was so funny.
That was funny.
One episode that Ben's interview with the Chaz guy, the Tetris, and how he won. The interview was informative, how research, the amount of research that Ben did, it was a good interview. It was so professional.
Another interview that I liked was the Greg Allen Martin interview. That was very well researched. I apologize. I don't remember what TV show he was in, but he had so much experience and just put it all out there. That was a good interview.
Another interview was with Ashley
Paul,
yeah, the singer.
the opera singer.
She started out with opera. But she sings and she's on tour now. And how they got together, their worlds colliding and coming together, and how he interviewed her was good.
I liked episode 16, Dad's New Best Friend.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed David and Katie, getting to know David, getting to see and know and learn Liam's family on his mom's side.
Because it's a different world. He lives in two worlds.
Yes. And it was nice to learn that new world and hear those kind of stories.
It made you feel a part of it. The other interview, I think we're doing a lot of interviews here, but Ming Cheng, episode 62, where...
From the beginning, where they took the class and learned about podcasting.
Yeah, and Ming Chen, now this is July, this past year, he had an interview with Ben early in the podcast, and now a year later, how much achievement and the growth in Liam and Ben. He's proud that the fact that you say you're going to do it and you do it. You're not going to do it next year. You're going to do it.
The commitment and the dedication.
Yes.
I enjoyed the gauntlets. I like the gauntlets. They just made me laugh. We had a gauntlet with Jay Sarge, and Megan did a gauntlet. I just think those were fun.
Yeah. The Holiday Palooza.
Oh, that was a day.
As a family, it was the whole family getting together with all the microphones and the wires and
the games and the banter and the chitter chatter and Sophie running around, the dogs barking.
It was a fun day.
That was a great family day.
And it was unrehearsed.
It was unrehearsed. I also enjoy all of the CarCasts. The CarCasts to me are, they were just spontaneous. They were
off the hip. They were
off the hip, off the cuff. Just true, honest.
Yeah, from the heart.
In the real time.
Yeah.
So those are some of our favorites, guys, and we just want to say how proud we are of you and how much we enjoy doing these things with you.
Watching your growth.
The accomplishments. Again, we're just proud of you. We love you.
And Whimsy!
Oh, cool. First ever, like, you can hear Grandma with no one else.
There is something wildly special about those two. They are
the chemistry. They feel like they have a lot of chemistry.
Best friends. Like, I would 100% listen to those two do a podcast. Like I made a joke about it on last Monday. Is I would like we should have them do like every 25 episodes, do like a recap or anything that would get them talking more about
Together.
Like they're just so much fun together. Absolutely adorable. I love those two. Thank you, Mom, Grandma, other Grandma.
100%.
That was just so much fun. Man, they sound so good. That was so much fun. All right. Your top 5, Liam. You gonna throw out some honorable mentions for me?
Well, like I already said, the Grammy episode and then the last 20 minutes of the Christmas episode were my favorite.
What was the last 20 minutes of the Christmas episode?
Paper crinkling. I think you cut it out, actually, when we played the games.
No, we did. I kept most of that stuff in.
But those are just...
the gift exchange?
The first Christmas episode.
What was the first Christmas episode? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just 2 really bad episodes, but I feel like you have to put them in there.
Yeah.
Surprising, I don't have episode 2 on there.
It's going to age well. I think it'll slowly make it up when you get kids. You'll be like, this is when you start getting all nostalgic with your kids, you're going to be like, this is my favorite episode of my dad. My dad's so funny. You'll never say that. Will you? Will you tell your kids I'm funny?
Probably.
All right.
They'll meet you and be like, oh my God, Grandpa's so funny. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention, I don't even know, the 37s.
37s, J. Sarge, Bryce Johnson.
And then the Chronicons. Those are my favorite when we were in the hotel.
Oh, I should have put that one on my list. Chronicon was fun.
When we were at the hotel, like it was like 2 and you're like, let's record. And I was like, feet in the air, eating nerd clusters and just talking about how much of a good time it was. Kevin Smith hugged me. Oh my God. Let's get serious. Let's start off.
So you got no more honorable mentions? Okay.
Do I?
Birthday episodes, JJ. Like we got JJ was fun. It's fun to watch him. He's grown from that first episode to his later episodes.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Danielle. Happy 100th episode for Chasing the Whimsy, or Whimsy with a Z. What I like about the podcast is that I get to talk to other people, even if they're older than me. But like sharing experiences and making new friends. I also like how it gives us a place to speak our mind, and we're always there for each other. So yeah, that's what I like about it, and it's inspired me to talk to other people and try to speak up more about things that I like.
Like I said, let's get serious.
All right.
I kind of have a number 6 and 5, but they're just going to put them together. I'm going to do 16 and 17. Do not know the dates.
That one was Dad's new best friend and Playground something. Playground rhymes.
Yeah. But, I mean, 2 worlds collide. Like the grandma just said, and I feel bad, like kind of just taking what they said, but I have a whole nother life, and then we talk about that, and hearing you actually not talk as much as someone else in the room, and actually getting my mom to speak on the podcast, and just having a kind of a fun time when we were just here. I mean, I had fun.
Because like before podcasting, it was like, hey, do you think your mom and Dave would want to go over and hang out? And we're like, probably not. But
and then the OG setup when he was on the corner, I was right here, you were right there. It just, that's going to be one of the big nostalgia ones too, is like, it was just fun, you know?
I liked it because David's always been a really nice guy. I've had 0 problems with him. And to be able to sit and talk with him for that hour and kind of get to know him a little bit more about where he grew up, liking hockey, wrestling with his sisters, and, just knowing him a little bit was kind of because it's one of those things where stepdads aren't normally best friends. So just the idea that me and him kind of have this moment in which we're like, hey, you're taking care of Liam, like I got to know who is spending the majority of your life with. Yeah, whatever. Good episodes. I like them. What else
Number 4, I'm surprised it wasn't one of your honorable mentions, but Whimsy is Strange.
Whimsy, number 27.
Number 27. This one's on November 20. Technically, it would have been filmed November 26th, but it was posted on 27th, 2023. But I feel like this was our first flip the script.
A little bit.
Of Whimsy. Like, it was a kind of a changing. But I discussed about how Life is Strange was kind of what kind of made me who I was.
Right.
And, kind of talking about uncomfortable conversations, and I feel like this is when I started developing like a character.
Yeah.
And who I was.
Right.
You got nothing to say?
No, it was a fun episode. It was because we hadn't planned it. We were talking, I think, if I remember correctly, 27, we talked about just nostalgia type things, and we ended up getting into video games and was like, hey, what about Life is Strange? And just the idea that I reflected on, how do I let a 9-year-old watch me play this more or less seriously toned game?
Because you literally, all you talk about is Life is Strange 1, last episode, Mr. Jefferson, and you're in the...
Dude, that thing was so, it was so good. Because at that point, I was letting you kind of watch a little bit of whatever you wanted. I started introducing you to a lot of more...
glory days.
Yeah. But it was interesting because I was playing the walkthrough for the live streams, or I was recording them, and having looked back 5 years, 6 years on it, and to be like, what was I doing letting a kid witness all these things? And
7, because Before the Storm is my connection, because I walked in one day, you just started, and boom, the rest is history.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice to see you mature about the subject matter, and then reflect a little bit on it.
But my next one, this one's kind of expected to be on mine, but mine's a very random day. It's just called Very Random Day. But as they said, it's not so much the episode that is my favorite, it's the story behind it and how we just played darts. And I don't even remember Sophie being there, if I'm being honest.
She was there?
She was there, shitting on her beanbag. And I'm pretty sure this is when I got on the roof the first time, too.
Yes.
We found a way for me to get on the roof. The tent?
You were trying to we did all kinds of stuff that day. We had the blow up dino tent with the fan. The Arizona room was newish. Such a fun
shooting.
The idea that it was the first day you drank out of a hose.
We played in the hose too, then, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
It was fun because, do you remember what originally happened when we were at Kelly's? What started the random day?
The Mr. Beast.
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to give you $50, and you're like $45. I'm like, yeah, let's just.
I snuck my pajama pants in.
Yes, you did. It was like this is random. Like, let's just. Here's what will you do for on a day you have $50, and we're like, we go buy some stuff, and we're like, screw it, let's combine our money and buy a BB gun.
And Kelly was like, just make sure you keep Sophie away.
Right.
So we got the targets, the ammo, and the gun.
Yeah. You still use it? You still go out there and shoot every once in a while? You always
remember the cat that used to poop in your turf, and I said we're gonna camp out and camp the cat.
You're so funny because you're like, you really want to go shooting when there's glass, like you have your sodas, you're like, I want to start breaking. I want to shoot something. You want to shoot something and break it.
Isn't it weird how after we went to the break room, I was started to be a little bit more happy and I started going on the podcast.
Say, man, sometimes you got to like work it out. The random day was a fun day. We did a lot of cool stuff that we did. We literally did 100 things that day. Nothing for very long, but it was just like
darts for long.
Darts was crazy. Darts was fun. I like playing darts. All right. That was your number, what, 3?
Yeah. This one's another kind of expected one.
Number 2?
Yeah. On the Run.
Liam on the Run.
F you, Dad. Need my blankie.
Dude, that is the fun.
This is another me episode. My idea.
What was fun? Because I went back and listened to that one too. That one you had an audible laugh with me. Like you laugh every once in a while, but at the end where you're like, I made the joke of like, I'd give you the 10,000 back just to give it away again.
I'm gonna take a trip to Florida.
Like the fact that you and I just both like parquet laughed through that was amazing. Oh, that's such a fun episode.
Just gotta click save real quick, and then how he milked it because everyone liked it, so he milked it for 3 episodes.
The Henry Stickmans. Oh man,
2 was good. 3 was mid.
What was 2? The breaking out of your house.
That's 3.
Then one of them was you were lost in New York. Home Alone style.
Home Alone 2. Yeah.
So which one do you like better, breaking out of the house or?
Definitely New York.
New York.
I got in trouble for this one too because my mom got mad. She said something like, "You don't think I would help you out?"
Like she takes it so seriously.
Yeah.
Like, do we know you would? But we're playing this scenario in which I can't get home. You're funny. You're good with a good what if.
Happy 100th episode for Chasing the Whimsy. This is a proud listener here. I really like the podcast. I like the diversity in subjects. There's something for everybody. So I just love it. There's, comedy. You talk to kids, get to know them, get to know the real struggles of their lives. I'm always laughing. So there's a diverse podcast, and I really think that makes it unique. I will continue to listen to it. My kids love it. They can relate to things on there. I mean, my husband can relate to things on there, and we just wanted to say happy 100th episode, Chasing the Whimsy, and we look forward to the next 100.
Number 1, I'm pretty sure you can guess that. It's the only overlapped one we've had.
78.
Yeah, but I feel like it means a lot to me, so that's why it's 1. And said 2 weeks ago now, there's more to it, and I feel like it's just going to be a continuous thing for the rest of my life.
It's the only episode, one of the only episodes in which
I run it, most of it.
Yeah,
and
we're making a book out. We're making a comic out of it, of all the different things that we talked about. Like we had Sarah helped us with the little Whims comic, and we took certain stories and put them in there. But Liam, the Lucid Back Rooms, I'm trying to go full like webcomic, like 40, 50, 60, 80 pages long on this thing.
Because I'm the red gnome, right?
You're the red gnome. Yeah. That was it was fun because you were all goosebumpy, and it was like you were reliving the Backrooms again.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't like it. And you were like,
no one's talked to me about it.
You're like, nobody talk about it. I won't talk about it ever again. That was a solid episode. Her first half of it was good too. I forget. No. Okay. Speaking of it, one random Monday a couple of weeks ago, I fell asleep streaming again. But I was listening back to that episode because I was writing the script for the comic. And the first half of it was amazing. I forget what it was about. I forget the first half of it. It was one of your best episodes. It was so good. You were amazing throughout the whole episode. But it was one of those where we should go back, similar to what we did with part 1.
That's what the grandma should do. They should go back and listen to their favorite episodes and commentate on it.
But like, I would like us, you and me, to go back and Making Hay a couple of random episodes. But the first, what was the first half about? Stand by.
I got it already. I already have it up.
I know, but I got to read the transcription of it.
What's the episode number?
78.
I'm already on it. You're too slow.
I am.
Old man naps on the roof. Backyard.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I said on mine, right? Yeah, shit. Oh, my God. I'm like...
Getting a
solid episode. Absolutely good.
Hang on.
Any updates on that dream? You said it was... so that dream had concluded, and then you started a new one, and that one had ended?
Yeah. The new one's the best one.
Okay. Do you still think about the back rooms?
No.
It
was scary at first. Now I'm like, man, whatever.
You're like,
I already beat it, so.
Your thumb is good. Yeah. Everything's back
until I break my neck, and then.
Well, careful! Don't dream that. Those are good episodes. My episodes are good. Grandma's episodes are good. We have a couple more messages. I've had people email us.
We do?
I haven't edited all of them yet, but
someone's got a busy night.
Oh my God! Don't even talk to me, dude. It's gonna be fun. Like, I enjoy editing and putting these things together. Like, this is a really good episode, and I look forward to chopping it up and dropping in some extra not hidden, but extra material that you haven't heard. I'll send you all the individual recordings so you can hear everybody's. I won't make you listen to 2.5 hours worth of podcast.
Is episode 101 going to be our stories?
What stories?
Your stories.
Who?
Talk with Dad. That's what it should be called. Old man reminisces on the past.
Me looking back at 100?
Nope. You talking about Carl's Jr. and then the other stuff.
Oh, you want to start getting into some of those? We could.
All right, sorry. That's just our end.
As we wrap up episode 100, what are your thoughts? Just in general, and do you have any thank yous or anything that you want to shout out?
Thanks for everyone who would keep up with it. I mean, listening to my dad's live stream and not letting him be lonely. The grandmas being there and always being like, how's this, and this, and then podcast. And we would talk about podcasting. I thank everyone who was on our episodes, especially our 37 friends who are on, who would never expect to be on our episode 37, let alone our podcast at all. And then
the idea of looking back at 100 episodes, that we wanted 37 to be TESD related, and that we actually did it was a great.
Like what the grandma said, we feel like every time we say something, we end up doing it in our own. Like, if we're serious about something, like my picks idea,
dude, I absolutely hate everything about you.
And we end up doing it. I mean, it kind of all just started in a Denny's, making an idea, drawing gnomes, you and your little leopard teal notebook.
Yep.
And we'd always have to write out the episodes, plan the episodes.
Are you happy that I don't get as strict with them?
Yes, 100%. I just like coming here and just like talking.
All right. Well, at least this way you talk. Early on, you were kind of like, you're like
I said, the dead spot around 30 and 50.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a dead spot, but
I'm just happy we made it, and I hope to be alive for episode 200. Isn't that pretty dark?
That's pretty dark. Another year and a half, so year 4. Bang out a couple of bonus episodes. Get those numbers up.
Stay on 50%.
You are 50%.
Gotta stay it.
You've outside of the Super Bowl and the other week that you decided to just fuck off. You've stepped up again. You're enjoying it. We're having fun. Sophie's gonna be on more.
I'm back. She's on like every episode.
She's so cool.
Not cooler than me.
Trying to think. How can I do this? I don't know if I can. I had an idea.
Don't do it. Don't like.
I'm not going to mess it up, right? 100 episodes.
You are in every single one of them.
I've been on all 100 episodes. It has
How
been.
does that feel? Yeah, whatever.
Hey, like.
I'll give credit where credit's due.
Are you surprised that I kept up with it and then just bail out when you decided you didn't want to do it anymore for those in the 30s?
100%.
You thought I would have bailed out?
100%. I thought you were going to get lazy and be like, I forgot one, so now I'm not going to do it anymore.
You know what? What else is interesting? We have never missed a Monday drop. 100% we've never missed a Monday drop. What are your plans for the next 100? So we've done and accomplished everything we said we wanted to do. We wanted a podcast. We wanted 37 to happen. It happened. We're doing cons now. We merged 2 worlds together. We talked to other grandma for a bunch. We did everything that we said we were going to do for the first 100 episodes. What are we going to do in the next 100 episodes?
Like I said, stay at 50%.
No. You said you want to be closer to 60.
Cut that out of the other episode.
All right. So every other, you'd be surprised. You could probably get up there again.
I guess actually just start contributing.
Okay.
More, like actually knowing an episode idea before I walk into the car at 8:30.
We talked about it on one of the road to that there will be an episode that's just you and somebody else, and it'll be the one episode I'm not on, so that I'm not 100%.
Sweet episode.
Do you know what's going to bother me when that episode happens? They're going to be like, that's the best episode ever. That's the one that breaks. That's the one that we go viral on, and they're like, we would like to hire Chase and the Whimsy to do something, and they're like, because of that episode with that lame kid and his guest, it was amazing. We're gonna do more cons. We're gonna try to go back to Chronicon.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try to do the cruise.
Yeah, we are. See, this is already good. He's already saying he wants to go to the cruise. We
gotta figure it out. What else in the next? Like, what else do we need to accomplish? Is there anything more that you wish we would do? I thank you for podcasting with me. Like you like some of my weird ideas and you kind of go with them. I didn't know I bother you, especially early on about the podcast, but super proud of you for doing the podcast still. Everything that you do outside of the podcast, don't eat all those. Those are your sisters.
They are?
Yeah. Well, just leave her some.
We were like one row.
That's fine.
Really?
Well, how many rows are there? Oh, just just don't be a monster. Just your sister doesn't eat a lot of those.
There's 3 rows left.
All right, so you have like 1.5. She likes those. I bought those specifically for her. Specifically?
You're a podcaster and you can't even speak right?
No, you know this. You know I can't speak right. You know I add S's on everything.
Can't read.
I barely can read.
You can post.
I can. I AI generate all that stuff anyway.
Like oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah. No, but yes, you fucking. You're a good kid, and I'm glad that you get to do this with me, because I do look at what if I did this earlier, or what do I do this later when you flake out on me and you go to college or whatever.
Can I take 50%?
Right.
Sorry.
It's I don't know, man. I think it's totally cool. It's a different dad than you had fucking earlier on. Mm-hmm. I think I'm better for it.
I think it's better for your well-being too.
Yeah, sure. Keeps me out of trouble. It's lonely. It's a little depressing on that side, but at least that way, you know, I'm not like making horribly bad decisions.
I'm glad that mostly everyone enjoys it as well.
I'm assuming everybody, like, I would hope that they enjoy it. Shit. You know, if it's not everybody's cup of tea, like, I get it, but at the same time, like, do you like the fact that this podcast is just a random topic of the week?
Mm-hmm. It was like going to podcast and talking my dad.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Grandma. You guys are the best. Everybody else, like, there's so many names. You want to list off some names? Say thank yous.
Courtney, Esther, Sarah,
J. Sarge,
the Z's.
All the Z's. JJ, Nikki, Sandy, Riley, Alexis, Edwin, Kari. Kari listens when my mom, I don't know if my mom makes him, but he enjoys the episodes too.
The workers at CarCast.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man. Megan, Kelly.
Kelly's dad.
We met Kelly's dad today. That was fun.
Yeah, definitely Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie's going to be on here so much more soon. We're going to do when she's like, out of my way, brother.
50%, 50%.
So it's been a journey, man. And it's one that I will continue to do. And I'm glad that you're with me, man. You're a good co-host. The show would be way different than anybody else. To be fair, if it wasn't you, I don't know how much longer, like, I don't know if it would be as, like, hardcore.
Yeah, keep boosting my ego, Dad.
Yeah. God. I hate
you're like trying to be nice to me, and I'm like,
yeah. Hey, Mom, my dad said, you know, it's all because of me. Well, that's it for episode 100. Fantastic. Good episodes. 100 more coming. Thank you, everybody, for listening, participating. Megan, cousin Megan, and
Aaron.
Bonnie, Tara. Like, see, now I feel bad. Like, I forget a name. Christina, all the people on Patreon. Like, obviously, if we miss somebody's name.
The other girl's sister.
Oh, yes. Rita. Man, we're going to have so much fun in the next 100 episodes. We know what we're doing. Like, we actually know what we're doing. They sound good, and they have sounded good for a while. Once I learn how to edit things, sky's the limit, man.
Let's just.
Do you think the next 100 episodes are going to be better than the first 100 episodes?
First 100 episodes are art.
Is okay.
Is that not your custom?
No. I get it. Where you're like, hey, 101 to 200 might be amazing, but it's not the art that was produced in the first year and a half.
Yeah,
I like it. Real quick, before we end this thing, the next big event, anniversary episode.
Are we telling them what it is or what?
Do you have any ideas you want to do for it?
The award show?
That's what we're talking about. I'm going to do an award show.
You going to buy a podium?
Somehow, you really want that podium, don't you?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna hold it in Grandma's turf, and we're gonna bring a bunch of steel chairs, and we're all gonna have someone sit down.
Whoa! You want to go okay?
Yes, an award show,
like a full award show with an audience.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be fun.
All right. Are you gonna help with it, or am I doing the bulk of this?
I'll help. I'll pick the trophies and then be there. The recipients of who got it.
All right.
With the mic setup.
Me.
Yeah.
You're like, I will be there as a presenter, and that's gonna be fun. That's coming up soon. So everybody.
Are you trying to milk this to?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to make sure we get everything out there that says thank you for 100, and that we're gonna do big things like an award show for our 2-year anniversary, and then we'll do it every year after that. It's gonna be baller.
Whimsy.
That's the whimsy you want for episode 100. That was a lame whimsy. You know, give me like a.
You do it. I always do it.
Like a huzzah whimsy. He just walked away.